time.
Warm up,
Right.
yes.
When we come back, wait until you see this book. It's so beautiful. Beth Rucker is here to tell us about her new project. It's a kid's book with a message that we can all take to heart. I propped it up in my dressing room just because it's a beautiful cover. We'll be right back.
Hey, Beth. I see you over here. For the past 6 years, Beth Rucker has served as chair of her nonprofit organization, Just Be You.
It aims to build teen self-confidence through compassion and self-love.
Well, now Beth is inspiring an even younger audience with her first book. It's a bedtime story titled I Love You Just As You Are. And Beth is here with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I have 3 young kids, and I love the message in this book because it's so important for kids to have the confidence to just be themselves.
Right.
Was that your inspiration behind the book?
You know, this book came to me in the middle of the night. I wrote it in 5 minutes. And so when my kids were younger, like yours, my husband traveled all the time and I was exhausted, always tired, and I wanted a quick book. Because they would always memorize everything.
True.
They're like, you skipped the
I
page.
know, you can't skip the pages, and they pick the longest book.
I just love the message of, you know, with Just Be You, we do self-confidence and self-love, but to reiterate it to the younger kids, starting young, to say, I love you, just as you are.
Yeah.
Tell me about
to be anybody else.
I love that. Tell me about the space in the back of the book. Do the parents write what they love about the child? Is that how you want it to be, or is it the other way around?
Both ways. So when the kids are younger, like young, and they don't know, the parents can write, because we have sticky notes like in there all over our house. Like my kids are like, I mean, you are enough. Remember to smile, make somebody else's day brighter, all going out our back door, on their back.
My life was the same way. My mom had quotes everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I love it. But I think when the kids get older, like 4 or 5, you can ask them what they love about themselves. Start the self-love talk. You know?
I love that.
I mean, once you leave here, you're going over for graduation. So you've got one graduating now. You've got another one who's going into college next year. Your kids they're practically grown.
They're practically out the door.
Oh, gosh.
Don't remind me.
So why decide to write the children's book now?
You know, I don't know. I think everything happens for a reason, and I think I was probably reflecting on being an empty nester, and I'm writing this children's book, and what I wouldn't give to have those moments back, to actually read the long story.
Oh, don't make me cry.
I know.
The long story still takes a lot of time.
It takes a lot of time, but you know, when you're an empty nester, you realize, oh my gosh, you're not reading these baby books anymore.
Wow.
So, I mean, you know, to your point, you're an empty nester now. You're sort of going into this new chapter in your life to a certain extent. How do we feel about that?
I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited because, like I said, my husband traveled, so I was with my kids, and now I feel like I get to explore who I am. I've been painting and writing, and, you know, of course, I have the nonprofit, which is really fulfilling. And, you know, just to see boys don't show up, but we love boys, but the girls just, you know, it's a safe space for them to be vulnerable and find themselves, and it's really rewarding.
And what do you find, you know, the teens who participate in these, you know, these events that you have, what do they take away from it? What do you see a change in them?
I do. You know, I think the biggest thing is that they realize everybody is kind of going through the same thing in middle school and high school, and that they want to be kinder to themselves and the other person, because we're, you know, don't judge. Just have self-love and compassion, because we're all figuring out who we are at that age, you know?
I love that. I love how you say you ask the kids once they get old enough to write what they love about themselves. It's actually kind of sad when you notice how quickly kids become self-conscious. Like if you ask a 3-year-old girl, I like my curls, I like my cheeks, and then by the time she's like 7, 8, because I watched it, and the boys too, it's almost harder for them to write what they love about themselves. And you're like, what happened?
Where did that come from?
Where did that come? How did that?
Social media.
You know? But for the 4, 5, 6, like, did we give that to you? Did the world give that to you? Did you get it at school? So I like how you're trying to kind of course correct. Thank you, Beth.
Yes.
This was good.
And the illustrations, by the way, in the book are
Oh my gosh. You know what? I met her. She was a blessing. She's amazing. I met her at a mother-daughter thing I do for Just Be You. And I was like, oh, do you do illustrations? She's like, well, I never did. And then she sent me the cover girl. I was like, I think you do. I think you do.
Now you do illustration.
Yeah, she's amazing, Christine. I love
All around,
her.
this book is lovely, Beth. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you so
And
much.
congrats, big day for you.
Big day, Danny, across the street, graduating, NYU, yay.
All right, I Love You Just As You Are is available right now, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thank
Look at how
you.
pretty that is.
It's like a peaceful